You literally turned $400 in ad spend into $26,000. Like,
I ended up leaving my full-time job, which,
that's right.
I was making 30 something dollars an hour. So that's about 60 something, a thousand a year. I've just done that in about less than 90 days, which is crazy. I wouldn't be where I'm at right now if it wasn't for Boris and his team.
What's up, guys? I'm here with my client Trevor, and we're gonna break down how he turned $400 in ad spend into $26,000 in just 30 days of running his ads. And so, Trevor, what's up, man? It's so good to hear from you.
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Good, I'm doing great, man. So, dude, tell people, what was that like in your first month working with me? You literally turned $400 in ad spend into $26,000. Like, what was that like?
It was crazy. It was definitely one of those moments where we were in the position in the business where we were cold DMing, cold outreach, driving on freeways. Hey, call that plumbing company, follow them on IG, try to DM them on any platform, on their Google My Business, whatever it was. Constantly like hunting business down, and to finally have the reverse happening where people were inquiring about our services and actually having a strategy in place for client acquisition. It felt like a dream, honestly. And to have that much money to be able to reinvest back into ads to go into future months, right, was like, this is crazy.
That's incredible, man. I remember you just came in, and I remember when we were talking, I actually FaceTime you. We were talking, and I was in Costa Rica, and you're like, "Man, this sounds too good to be true." And so, what would you say to anyone that's like, because when people hear this, they're gonna be like, "That's too good to be true," right? You had that
Mhm.
same feeling. What would you say to those people?
Yeah, it definitely does sound too good to be true, right? But I think Ben and Boris, the way that they broke it down and the way that you hear it, right? You got to take a bet on yourself. You have to take risks, and you got to take obviously calculated risks. And Boris is the real deal. Has a great support system inside of what he does. He has an actual strategy that works, right? It's not just BS. It's an actual strategy that actually gets you to implement and grow your business, not just in the first month, not just in a month three, but just long term growing and making the moves that you need to make for your business. So if you're on the edge, you're watching this video, you need to get into Boris's group. You have a complete support system with other like-minded business owners, videographers, creatives. Even if you're not creative, there's a space in this program for you.
100%, man. I'm glad you put it that way for anyone. And like, look, here's the thing, Trevor. Like, it didn't come easy as well. Yes, we'll point you in the right direction. We'll give you the
Yeah.
winning ad, the winning framework. But Trevor put in the work, so I don't want to like discount that. He was an absolute savage right off the bat, and so like that is the truth, man. And you earned that record month, which is
Yeah.
crazy to see. And
Yeah.
I can imagine that like just like open up your mind to like what's actually possible when you have a high ticket
Yeah.
offer. How does it feel having something that's so you're not selling like some BS $1,000 content package anymore. We're selling a 6K paid in full offer.
Yeah, it's crazy. We've done so now approaching about 90 days, we've had back to back 20K plus months, which is crazy, right? I ended up leaving my full-time job, which
That's right.
I was making 30 something dollars an hour, so that's about 60 something, a thousand a year. I've just done that in about less than 90 days, which is crazy. So we're definitely feeling in a good spot. We have again the strategy to continue to go into the next 3 months on what we're doing, learning about top of funnel ads, learning about DME style, ads and all of the different things. So my wife and I are like in a position of like, wow, it's so nice, like you said, Boris, to go from selling content, right, and praying that it goes viral, praying that it, brings in business, and now having different modalities where you can have something that solves top of funnel and speaks to middle of funnel and has, touching on bottom of funnel, like, and explaining that to business owners. They're like, wow, I'm not using Instagram for that, right? I'm trying to go viral. And it's like, why do you want to go viral? Like, what's the purpose in that? And then they really take a step back, and you're really able to provide value, even if they don't work with you, right? Like, they're having a conversation with you, and they're just like, man, thank you so much for breaking that down and giving me so much value, regardless if they work with you. So it's something so nice and fulfilling on our end to be like, wow, this is it. Like, this makes so much sense. And so for right now, and where the attention is right now when it comes to Instagram, like, this is the play that everybody needs to get on.
100%. And so that's the big issue right now, where most videographers, they think they need to just be selling content to help a business with their brand. But the truth
Mm-hmm.
is, guys, like if content alone brought in deals left and right, and that's what you're
Right.
selling, that's like your only offer. If
Right.
content brought in deals, you would be crushing it. And the truth is, it's tough,
Right.
it's unpredictable.
Right.
And so
Right.
Trevor, how does it feel having clients come in like leads come in every single day, and then that converting to clients? Like, how does it feel to like wake up not stressed about where your next sale is coming from?
Oh yeah, it's completely like life changing from, like I said earlier, about
Yeah.
having to cold outreach, having to call the top plumber on Yelp or whatever
Yeah.
the strategy was for cold outreach. Um, Now to be able to wake up, we have a team, right? We have appointment setters that are reaching out, setting things up. People are DMing us call to action words with our, call to action being ads, going straight into what we do, booking intro calls. Like it's definitely a lot easier. It definitely got me to think outside of the box where it comes to just not being so in the business. We hired an appointment setter. We just brought on a videographer slash a CSM, training him last week, trained him yesterday, actually. So just trying to really grow and scale the business the right way. And again, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now if it wasn't for Boris and his team and really having that accountability to really say, hey, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to work on. This is what we should do here. This is how we should, this is the next, step we should take. And so, yeah, that feeling of just knowing that you're making the right decisions every day. And again, solving that top of funnel issue, which what we experienced like big time was, yeah, it was tremendous.
100%. And again, I'm gonna circle back. You guys are savages because you implemented it. You just like put in the
Yeah.
work. You and your wife were like, "I'm all in," and it paid off. And so it's
Yeah.
crazy to think about, man. You made in 3 months what you would have made a year at your old job. And so,
Yeah.
what a blessing from God. And
Yeah.
so here's the thing. Like, we love working with people that are action takers like you. And so, like, give people a breakdown what it felt like to like you come into the program. There's a call right away. We script your ad. We create your audience. We help you do we give you the B2B setting framework. We help you with literally A to Z on how to bring in clients, how to close
Mm-hmm.
them, how did that feel like literally not having to think? You just had to execute on a proven game like path, essentially.
Yeah, I think the speed, and I know you say this a lot, like speed is key. It was literally once we got through it and understood like that methodology that you have instilled in your own business to be able to implement those certain things into ours was like it was like a no-brainer. Now getting to be in that position of like how we came off the ad and how we were able to see like your appointment setters work and to see that process of like getting the call booked in with the client, making us feel as comfortable as possible within the first 24, 48 hours, and all of those different things make a difference, right? Even in our onboarding process, to where somebody that's coming on is a little skeptical, is like, oh, I don't know if this is going to work, but okay, let's try it. And so we just, again, we want to handhold them through that whole entire process. And that's exactly what you and the team have done for us, which again, just those little things, even like that saying you always say, speed is key. It's like that is just, it's so true. It's such a simple term, but you broke it down and made it so simple for us to be able to implement inside of our business by actually doing it right yourself. It's not any fluff of like, hey, why are you saying this, but you're not doing this or implementing that? It's like all these things and strategies that you've given us, you're also using at the same time, you know what I mean, in a different way. So it just breaks it down so easily from day one, getting access to the school courses. But again, like Boris said, like you can come in here and pay for everything, but if you don't apply yourself, if you're not like both feet in, right, like you're not going to get the true value. But if you come in here with like an open mind, hardworking work ethic, right, and you're ready to like truly grow yourself, like mentally, physically, your business, wherever you're at, creative or not, like this you can, you like the how do they say it, like the limit is, there's like no limits, there's no cap, right? Like it's just how hard you want to work, right? You got to wake up, you need to grind, you need to do exactly what you're being told to do. And yeah, I recommend it to anybody that's on that fence, looking for something like this to grow their business.
100%, man. And yeah, that's the beautiful thing. Like right off the bat, every client that comes in, we give them the ad script, every single thing, like they don't have to map out anything. We just give it to you, you execute, you make money, you help clients. And
Mhm.
so here's the thing I'm noticing more and more as our team closes a lot more videographers and we work with a lot more videographers. Videographers have the right intentions. Like you want to help clients win, you want to serve your clients. But the problem is
Mhm.
most of these people, they really can't help a client with just content. And so I want to circle back to that, right? Where it's like, you guys have the right intention, yet like unless a client has a proven way to get leads every single day, they're not going to stick around. And so how is it for you? How is it working with these clients? And like how does it feel having leads come in every single day for your own clients? Like how grateful they are for
Yeah.
you. Like can you summarize that real quick?
Yeah, yeah. So we recently brought on a client that was very. He's tried everything. Thinks he tried Instagram right, like the right way, and he's like,
Yeah.
I've been posting every day actually, and I was like, okay, but like look at you know the vanity metrics, right? Like you got 3 likes, you got 1 comment, like is that post converting people into wanting to know more about you or booking in intro call or a free estimate or whatever your sales process is? And he's like, no. And I was like, okay, well, we have a strategy for that. And so once we got him on board, we launched his ad, and within 3 days he already had 2 solid leads for like big accounts, like huge accounts. And so he's like, this is crazy, it's actually working. I was like, I told you, this is just like literally day 3, like. And so like it's just been lead after lead after lead, and he's in it, and he's booking people into his CRM now, and he has a process, and he has a full team on the back end with like 10 employees, and now like they're even on board with like, okay, this is actually working, it's helping keeping the techs busy just from Instagram. So he was like a Yelp guy, he was a Google guy, and now he's like, I can't believe we're doing this through social media, it's crazy. So just changing people's perspective and viewpoints in that way, and being able to educate and bring that value to them, is something that is like, we never could do that before, right? It was just like, let's try to create this cool video, and we're gonna have a drone out there, and we're gonna have like these different things that maybe will bring like us as a videographer or a creative like joy, and like, yeah, that's so awesome, right? And they're like, okay, I don't really care, I want leads, I want, like, how much money is that going to make me, right? How am I going to be able to say like, hey, in 90 days you made X, Y, and Z, right? Like this is how much money this made me or brought in, right? So it's like, we never had a way to do that, and now us being able to do that and actually be able to do it, not just say we're going to do it, is something that's crazy. It's so fulfilling to my wife and I and our team, to actually like have a purpose in what we're doing. And again, it gets easier and easier the longer that we're doing this, because we're learning how to do it properly, right? Like you don't pick it up from day one and like the master of it. But again, each day, every call that you get on, every client that you help, you kind of navigate and you find your own way. So it's just been so good, man. I can't stop singing praises about this strategy, and us as marketers. Again, like it's always evolving, right? Like, so you got to get where the attention is shifted to, and that's what I tell our clients at the same time, right? The attention has shifted over here on
Yeah.
Instagram, so you got to stop playing the Yelp game, which is a rat race to whoever's paying the most on these platforms anyway. So you might as well get over here where your client is, and that's the thing they do when they wake up every single day, and do it the right way, right? Not just posting random static images that show off your work like every other construction company, right?
Yeah, dude, you're absolutely right. And here's the best part. Like, as you're telling your clients, dude, attention has shifted. You need to get where the attention's going. That's the same thing I'm preaching to videographers. Like, dude, you cannot survive in this game just selling content packages. If you actually want to thrive, if you actually want to help people, you actually want to make a lot more money, you need to have
Yeah,
an offer that combines content with local
right,
ads. And it's not that hard. Like, guys, like Trevor made
right,
$26,000 his first month. It's not that
right,
hard, right? Like,
no,
we got your back. And so,
right,
Trevor, to end off this video, any
yeah.
words of encouragement or any what would you say to someone that is just like, dude, I'm like ready to grow my video business, but I'm like still scared, or like anything? Any advice for anyone watching this?
Yeah. I would say the best thing, because we're building brand locally, right? We're not trying to take over an entire nation. It has been such a freeing thing to be able to, you hear the cliche thing, like you want to niche down. And I know in videography and as a creative, it's so unwanted to be like, oh, I don't want to just help roofers, or I don't only want to help, fitness clients or whatever it is, right? This program is something that allows you to be able to help any service-based business, regardless of, the niche. And you get to focus on one strategy. So you don't have to be doing SEO. You don't have to be selling all of these different things. You're selling one thing, and you master that, and you just do it over and over and over. And it really becomes a numbers game of how good you can get at that thing and talk and sell this one thing. And it changes the game from you having to worry about this thing and that new thing, or this new strategy, or, worrying about the gear and, overcomplicating that. So if you're sitting on the edge waiting for like, the next best thing, like it's here, it's been here, like you got to just get on board with it. And it's something that you can offer to your clients and potential clients, that actually converts, right? Taking content, taking ads, pairing it together, and being the best in your local area. So yeah.
Trevor, you're an absolute legend. Guys, you heard the man. If you're trying to scale up with local ads, a way better offer that gets your clients results and gets you paid for years, then guys, book a call down below. We'll give you a ton of value and see if we can help you out. But yeah, guys, thank you so much, Trevor, for hopping on and giving them some value, giving them some hope, giving them some encouragement. You're the man.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate you.